Hi Virgo, welcome to your weekly love forecast. Okay, let's start with the 20th. Could be moving forward in your career, but this is definitely forward movement, success, okay? Either in your relationship, or this could just be you who's okay on your own, moving forward successfully individually, doing very, very well in your work, and you could be in the public eye right now. But that's a lot of success and forward movement here, okay? A lot of self-confidence. People are watching you, looking at you, or you could be wanting to give a recognition or taking things to a high level of commitment with your relationship. If not, you're just doing very successfully at work. You could be getting a lot of praises from other people. For the 21st, we have the Nine of Swords here. So yeah, you could be very stressed, very overwhelmed. The Nine of Swords is living in your head. Okay, this is also over-exaggerating, overthinking, and over-analyzing the situation. So yeah, there is something that you're thinking about over and over and over again. Your problem may not be as big as you make it in your head. Okay, so yeah, you're probably making mountains out of molehills here. Could be a little bit of remorse and regret also. That has to do with a lot of stress, fear, and anxiety. For the 22nd, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, there is a situation here in a relationship where you're probably going to feel like you want to wait, pause, before you put in any more effort. Okay, this relationship has been very long coming. Okay, it's been like a long tiring road for you. You've put in enough work, and now you're like, you know what, my work is done. Now I'm not going to put in any more work. For you, it's like the opposite person is now supposed to invest into this relationship because you've come to a stop. Okay, you're haunting, and you're more like, you know what, I've done my work, and now I want to see what am I getting the fruits of my labor. You're waiting to see if there is something, you're waiting for something to come into fruition. Okay, but yeah, that's you still being invested into the relationship, but still contemplating and reevaluating of what you want to do next. So 23. Nice, the world here. Looks like you're completing a cycle successfully, okay? This is you reaching a milestone in the relationship, wanting to take things forward. Again, Six of Wands, the world here. So yeah, so I see there's a lot of stress here, about taking things to the next level. So there is this sense of wholeness here. Okay, so if you're in a relationship, you probably reached a goal, okay, that you guys wanted to, probably you want to now get married, or you want to move it to the next step and have children, or just you're just being very happy where you're, okay, very secure, very loved, and in a very committed place in your relationship here. So that's a very good sign for you, okay, with the world here. You've successfully completed a cycle, like I said. But you could be living at a distance from this person. This could be a long distance relationship. 24th. On the 24th, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse here. So there is someone here who's not emotionally unavailable, but this is someone who's not wanting to be open, okay, not wanting to be vulnerable. Someone who's very closed off emotionally. Could be someone who's emotionally manipulative also at the same time. But this is definitely someone who's either this person has revoked their love offer, okay, or this could just be a lot of disappointment because of an end of a relationship here. It could be a broken engagement also, but this is definitely someone, who turns from happily committed to suddenly commitment for, all right? But yeah, this could be someone, who's a heartbreaker for sure. So you need to be careful about that. But this to me definitely looks like someone who's there's a lot of disappointment basically, okay, around your situation here for the 24th here. Something is not probably going to work out your way. But for the 25th, we have the King of Pentacles here. So yeah, looks like you're going to be very focused on your career, your work, your goals here. Yeah, you are stressing about it in the initial time of the week, in the first 2 days of the week. But I think you'll get over it. And with the King of Pentacles here, I think you're going to be very, very focused on yourself. This is what your goal is, the King of Pentacles. This is either what you want or this is what you are, okay? Wanting to focus on the stability, security, something long-term, okay? Wanting long-term commitment. And on the 26th, it looks like there is a lot of communication that's going to be going back and forth by the end of the week here, okay, for the 26th here. Things look really, really good. Probably there is someone here who you've ended things with, okay? Someone, this could be someone who's even wanting to avoid a confrontation. They know they need to talk about it, but they just don't want to create a mess, okay? So they're trying to keep themselves away from this confrontation, but it's needed. But I see here with the King of Pentacles and Eight of Wands here, there is a lot of communication coming in by the end of the week for you, okay? Let's see, the topic of the week is the Four of Pentacles in reverse here. So yeah, it looks like there's someone here who's let go of something that they're holding on to very tight, you know. Could be a very possessive lover or a very clingy lover, but this could also be someone who's just, you know, very closed off, who's wanting to keep to themselves, you know, and they don't want to be at a risk of opening up and be vulnerable. Let's clarify. Okay. Why the Six of Wands? I'm getting more work related than love related here for you, Virgo. Why the Six of Wands? Yeah. Looks like you're cutting someone off, okay, and you're moving forward. That's what I was getting. You're being very cold, detached, could be cutting off an air sign, or an air sign's cutting you off, okay? But yeah, you're definitely very cold, detached, and you're dealing with probably an individual here who's being very irrational, very illogical. This person thinks they're being very logical, okay, but they're just being very cold. Someone who's not being able to operate from their based on facts, logic, etc. But someone who's trying to, you know, literally be very, very manipulative here. But yeah, that's what's happening. Why the Nine of Swords here? For the 21st. Why the Nine of Swords here? But yeah, you're definitely cutting out someone and moving forward. Why the Nine of Swords here? And there could be a lack of communication between you guys. Yeah, see, you're probably wanting to stop stressing or stressing too much about a breakup, and probably the Three of Swords in reverse here, the breakup, the stress is making even more worse, okay? Instead of coming over or coming out of a breakup, instead of healing from a connection, I think things are getting worse here, okay? So yeah, I feel that you're stressing too much about a heartbreak, a separation, a breakup that already happened in the past here, probably with this air sign who was manipulative, okay? And now you're wanting to move forward, but still this person is on your mind a lot, okay? And you're probably doing a lot of negative self-talk also, so be careful about that. The most important words that you say are the ones that you say to yourself. So why the Seven of Pentacles? Looks like you're waiting and watching, not wanting to put in any effort and work into this relationship. But you're at the end of a cycle here. I mean, you literally have it on your mind to get better, okay? You definitely want to get better. But you're in panic mode. Tell me why the Seven of Pentacles? Ace of Cups. Yeah, you're contemplating on whether you want a brand new beginning or no with this person. Okay, so that's happening on the 22nd. Probably after this stress, you know, you probably are wanting to get better, heal, alright, you probably want to move on, recover, you know, whatever. But I feel like you don't want to move on from this person, but still at the same time, you don't want to put in the work. You want to wait for this person and wait. You're literally contemplating on whether you want a new beginning in love with this person, or you could even be contemplating on self-love. You could be contemplating on whether you want to choose yourself, love yourself first, and I mean, actually, that's what's happening. You're choosing to love yourself first, and you're no more wanting to invest into a situation that's come to a halt right now, okay? But you're waiting very patiently. There is slow progress here. It could be stagnant growth. But yeah, you're waiting to see if you want to still connect to this person and renew this relationship, or whether you just want to focus on yourself and want something new. What's the world? So on the 23rd, you'll be experiencing the world. What's the world? Why will Virgo be experiencing on the world on the Page of Pentacles in reverse? So it looks like you're letting go of someone, okay, with the world here, but there's something that you want to move forward to, but there's probably a lack of effort in this, okay? You're not being that diligent lover. You're not being able to give this person something stable, or you probably want this, but the person you're dealing with is just very immature, okay? It's just very immature. See, now this is what I'm getting here. We have the King of Swords in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse here. There is definitely an energetic difference here. Okay, one person is all about the truth, all about, you know, like conversations, communications, you know, and you probably become pissed off because you've probably given this person a lot of chances here, and now it's like time for you where it's just like you just lost the plot. You're dealing with someone who's a little immature, but at the same time, when it comes to offering you something stable, that's when they kind of procrastinate. Okay, like they know what they want, you know, and the situation is pretty much well set in their head, but they probably want everything to be in place before they make the next move, which is procrastination, because of which there could be a missed opportunity. Okay, it is on your mind here, but the person that you're dealing with is someone who's keeping you on hold here. They're not putting in the work. They probably want you to put in the work, and that's something that you're fed up of and something that you're not wanting. Tell me why the Knight of Cups in reverse. Why the Knight of Cups in reverse? More in reverse here. You're definitely releasing, probably on the 24th, you're definitely releasing a player, okay? I feel that you're holding on to someone, okay? See, that's why the theme is the Four of Pentacles here. I feel there's a lot of stress, fear, anxiety around the situation, around this person who you deem to be once very, very stable. You're in love with this person, okay? You're expecting a romantic proposal, an apology, you know, you probably want commitment from this person. But finally, on the 24th, you probably realize that things are just not happening your way, and with the world here, you're closing a cycle here, and you're wanting to let this person go, and you're finally letting this person go, okay? This person is no more in that fear zone. You no longer are living in fear. You don't have the fear of the unknown. Probably for a very long time, you kept this person very close because you didn't know what would happen, okay, or what was the experience like if this person left you. Very insecure, okay, and someone who was very dependent on this person. But on the 24th, looks like you're definitely letting this person go because they're very in and out, hot and cold in your life, and you want something stable, or you want something emotional, which this person is just not being able to inform you, provide you with. And of course, they come off to be as very emotionally manipulative, okay? Someone who's offering you scraps, or, you know, they're just offering you leftovers, and that's something that is really not tolerated by you, and nor are they putting in the work. So for you, it's like it's better end the cycle and move on. See here, on 25th, you're very focused in your career and your goals. Tell me why the King of Pentacles? Why the King of Pentacles? Why the King of Pentacles? Ten of Swords in reverse here. Wow, that's beautiful, Virgo. So yeah, on the 25th, it looks like you're very focused on your work, your career, your goals. There could have been a relationship which has touched rock bottom, okay? You could have felt very backstabbed and betrayed by this person here. You could have felt like a victim, all right? But yeah, there could have been the last nail in the coffin that was already done. A lot of drama, a lot of probably a very dramatic, a very painful ending, like I said, right? But what I feel is you are trying to get over it, okay? You're finally on the 25th. You're trying to be very, very stable, secure, like I said, and you're trying to rise above your problems, okay? Rise above the haters. The worst is over according to you, and that's what you know, that the worst is over, okay? You've survived it, and you're probably wanting to make things better now, okay? But I feel you're not wanting to revive this relationship. This is you who's trying to, you know, like pull yourself together, and you're wanting to focus on yourself, okay? If this person is not ready to give you that commitment or give you that stability or long-term longevity, for you it's like, you know what, that's fine, it's over, I'm releasing you, and I'm wanting to move forward here, okay? Which is amazing. But it doesn't look like this person wants to leave you alone. Tell me why the Eight of Wands? Like, you're literally getting over the pain out here, you know, because you're constantly dealing with a player, not even a player. This is someone who has player-like tendencies, or someone just who has a tendency of, you know, wanting to play around with you, you know, like they play with your emotions, you know, in and out, etc. You know, they know what you want, but they're very good at manipulating, etc. Tell me why the Eight of Wands? Page of Wands in reverse here. See, yeah, that's what I'm getting. I think that this is, you're just wanting to move forward. Like for you, on the 26th, it's like, I just want to get out of this shit. I want to get out of the mess, and you're in a hurry to just leave, you know, with Eight of Wands here. You don't want to wait anymore. You want fast progress, and you want to quickly get out of the situation before the situation gets very painful, because anyways, you've already experienced something very painful here, okay? So yeah, that's what you want to do. Before any of your fears come true again, you know, or any kind of ruin happens, you don't want a relapse, you don't want a problem coming back. But instead of making things better, you are in the mode this week of right now, like, fuck it, I am not going to make this happen. I'm not wanting to put put any more effort into this. I'm going to love myself first. I want to get over. See, what I like about you, Virgo, is that in the entire reading here, you don't want to put in any effort to make this happen, because you're constantly, like I said, right, energetic difference, the immature person that you're dealing with, right, you're fed up of them. Okay, you could probably be in no communication with this person, but on your mind is like, you know what, I'm strong, I can do this. Okay, and you're slowly trying to get your shit together, and you're crossing every roadblock that is coming in front of you. You have that willingness and determination to get out of this relationship, and I feel you're moving on and moving forward. Okay, moving past this person. So yeah, but with Eight of Wands in reverse and Page of Wands here, Eight of Wands and Page of Wands in reverse here, I feel that you want to move forward from a person who, or from a situation where you just don't, you lack the spark. Okay, you're probably dealing with a shit talker here, or this is just someone, you know, who says things what they want, and then they don't know what to do about it. But yeah, you're definitely wanting to move away from a relationship or a connection or a person which lacks the spark. Okay, you're losing the vigor in this relationship, and all you want to do is rise above it, and you just want forward moment. You're not waiting for this person to come back. Anyways, this week's looks a little bit of you. This week's focus looks completely about you. I don't think there is much communication coming in from the person that you're dealing with, because this is all about you, right, this week. Maybe this person probably will try and communicate with you, probably say in the middle of the week here. But again, it's going to lack that stability, okay? It's going to lack that adding some sense to the relationship, or wanting to talk something sense, or wanting to make something happen. That's still missing here. And that's why probably by 24th here, you're like, you know what, it's not happening. I'm just going to let it go. I'm not going to live in fear anymore. Tell me why the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Why is this the theme of the week? Why the Four of Pentacles in reverse here? Yeah, see, Five of Wands in reverse here. You're releasing drama. This person gets a lot of drama along with them. Okay, you're releasing the drama. You're releasing the chaos. You are not on the same page with this person, and every time you guys get together, there's either ego clashes, clashing personalities, or then, you know, you guys are just constantly bickering. You know, like small arguments are escalating into something very, very big. Okay, which is very unnecessary. And for you, it's like, I don't have time for this. You know, you're like, I don't got no time for this shit. You know, I better focus on myself, which you're doing on the 25th here. I don't need anyone to heal. I am going to heal myself. And your healing is probably, you know, where you got, you're playing the role of someone very balanced. You could be the breadwinner of the family, but yeah, for you, it doesn't look like it's only love that is your focus. But for you, it's like, okay, if this person is not ready to offer me something stable, that's fine. I still got some other things to do, you know. And your aim is like moving forward. You know, you want structure, you want routine in your life. Okay, and if there's someone here who you're trying to explain this to for a very long time and they don't get it, well, then for you it's like, well, if they get it, then they don't get it. You know, it is a missed opportunity, you know, and you're just gonna let them go. But yeah, you're releasing this drama which you could have held on to. Maybe you were fighting for this person, okay, for a very long time. You know, maybe this person put you in a spot where you didn't know where you were standing in their life, or there could just be too many people involved in your relationship. Okay, but you're definitely letting it go. You're detaching from this person, and that's the theme of the week here. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope this reading resonates with you. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.